Here's our latest finds. Just found this one just a couple hours ago. Little Purdy's on yellow shirt. It's got an ear ding. It's that little bird point Brandy found last week. Pretty colorful, good flaking on it. That's my little heartbreaker out of the Fossil Creek. Could have been a good bird. All beat up. Tip, base, ear. That would have been a bad bird point too. Friley just made on some rough material. You can see that one ear left on it. Looks like they came back and reworked that ear. Still pretty rough material for petrified wood. One of those East Texas crossover points. Base is heavily ground. It just doesn't look like a typical Wills. And that's your traditional East Texas crossover. Looks like a Gary with a ground base, and it's got some beveling. There's a typical East Texas Gary, similar, but the base is just sharp. That one there's a little bigger than usual. Just found this one today too. Pretty cool material. It's got some cool bands running through it. Cortex. Another Gary tip and base dang. Pretty cool little stem point. Got the Cortex right there. Lots of Cortex on these points. Don't see too many with the grain going the wrong way. Usually the grain does run up and down. Some more Cortex on the base. Tip's gone on that big bad boy there. Crude tool. Lots of broke stuff. Here's the palmwood for the last couple of trips. Got some good stuff there. Real wormy. Here's the fossils. Found one lonely shark's tooth. Not bad for a creek find in East Texas. Along with some conch shells that have been popped out. Here's a fossilized shell. Super heavy. Solid like a rock. This is pretty cool. In all the years of hunting, this is the first one I found. When I picked this sucker up, I just figured somehow a seashell got washed into a creek. It's called a rosy wolf snail. I never even heard of these until Don Barclay educated me on these a couple weeks ago. It's a carnivorous snail that eats all the other snail population. All these years out here in the woods and the creeks, I've never seen one of these. I'll have my eye out from here on out. Old tooth. Speaking of teeth, check this out. I think that's a gold grill type tooth you'd wear over your tooth. I couldn't get it to fit over mine, or I'd be wearing it right now. That's kind of an unusual find. Obviously gold, no corrosion on it. Sifted that thing out. Maybe I can get Brandy to wear it. Brandy found this cool cake topper looking couple with their heads missing. Kind of morbid, but kind of cool. Cool fossil on that rock. Man, check out how thick this pottery is. Half an inch thick. It's super heavy. Got a little bit of a design running through the bottom. That one's got a ton of bone and shell in it. A couple more pieces. Here's that cool little graver Brandy found. It's got a killer little nub on it. Not sure what that is. Maybe it's a clasp, just some old school suspenders or something. It's got patent on here, and I don't know, with them teeth in there, I'm guessing that would probably snag fabric or something. That's why I'm guessing maybe a suspender. Who knows? It's kind of cool. Found this old spoon. It's got a pretty cool little design on it. Thought it was silver at first, but you can barely make out plated out of it. Back here, it is Oneida. It's some old school plated. Still pretty cool. There's my insulator I found. Here's the last couple of frames I put together. That's just a typical East Texas crude Gary frame. And this is some East Texas palmwood. Just kind of an assortment, different points. Nothing too special. I guess my favorite one's this right here. Came off of a Dalton site. Some kind of a Dalton knife. Killer material, man. The color on it. That would have been a bad point too. Too bad the base is banged up on it. I like this one too. It looks like a cheetah. There's a wore out little Dalton. That one looks like a goldfish. Little Keithville San Patrice. I think that's my only palmwood drill. Kind of an unusual point. It's three-sided if you look at it. That's about it. See y'all next time.